I'm Marika. I'm a direct entry fine art student and I'm going to be showing my portfolio. So I did a PLC last year in Gore School of Art. I think one of the most important things about making a portfolio is just to include absolutely everything. We were always encouraged to include all the things that didn't work as well as the things that did, and every step that you did. So this is the start of my portfolio. Most of it is in my notebook, so it was just observational drawing, kind of learning to draw purely by looking at the subject, not really paying too much attention to being drawing something perfect or something that looked really good, just purely observing what you're seeing. So it was a lot of portrait work with our classmates and everything. There was a lot of snail drawing where we pretended that there was a snail on our face and we had to feel the lines and all this. And then we went on to more observational drawing with actual objects and subjects and kind of connecting them. So there's a lot of trees that I did. And then we had to bring in our own objects and kind of connect them with the observational drawings that we had done at the start. So that's all of that. You can see there's loads of different kind of elements. I did houses and piano keys and fences and everything. And then we had to go on to combine materials, so using loads of different drawing materials to make new drawings and to make different shapes and marks and everything. We then made a big wall drawing using tape, which I actually really enjoyed, so it took up my entire space, and we just had to pick one of the drawings that we liked the most from the observational and kind of go with that. And then there's a lot of combined materials using wire and different subjects, kind of trying to get your hand at using just absolutely everything that you can so that you at least have an idea of what you're going to be working with when you go into college in first year. Because it's better to kind of try everything even if you think you kind of won't like it, just to have a go at it. So these are some collages then with combined materials as well. And then I went on and we did some plaster work. So I did plaster work of a rib cage and then of kind of a bark bit of a tree. And then we went in, we did tonal drawings, so kind of learning how to use different tones and everything. Again, it was very kind of portrait based. We did a lot of self-portraits using mirrors and lamps and lighting our faces in different ways. And that's when I did a lot of kind of bigger drawings as well. So using mostly charcoal, different kind of shades of charcoal, mixing paint and charcoal together made quite an interesting kind of surface to do drawings on. And then there's all these ones with shells and everything. So I found tonal drawing actually was my favourite thing from the year because it really gave us a chance to just be messy and use loads of different chalk and everything, light our faces in new ways, and again it just reminded us that it doesn't have to be perfect. So we did a lot of these kind of things where we had to draw in 30 seconds our face or whatever, and then we kind of built it up so that we did a minute drawing, and then it was a minute and a half, and then it got to 2 minutes, so you were able to get kind of detailed with it. So that's the tonal drawings, and then we did some acetate scratching as well. And we don't want to show to there. More of the tonal drawings. That was a drapery study, that was part of our tonal drawings as well. And then we went on and we did a lot of printmaking, which you do in first year as well. So we did lino and we did wood cutting, we did monoprints. You do kind of a lot of different things, basically whatever you're interested in. So I really liked the wood cutting, which was this one. Again, we used mirrors and lamps and lit our face in different ways just to kind of get different effects and everything. And then this was drawing different locations, so kind of more getting out and drawing landscapes and everything around the town and kind of using it as almost a kind of comic book. That's the same there, and then eventually we went on and we did painting, so this was my absolute favourite. So we just had to do still life and put still life objects in a box and kind of paint with all of these. And then that's the same, just using different materials to paint, like watercolour and acrylics on cardboard. And then mixing paint and charcoal. And then lots of self-directed projects, so that's again just a mixture of whatever we kind of wanted. So we could have used paint, we could have used charcoal, and we basically took it in any direction we were interested in. So I found I really enjoyed drawing and painting fabrics and kind of exploring the way they kind of hung on the body and everything. So I took pictures there of like fabrics on my body and then kind of trying to draw them in a different way. And then there's more fabric painting there on cardboard. And then these are fabric underwater and fabric flying through the air, just to get different effects and everything. So that's my portfolio. As you can tell, it's a mix of everything. Like you kind of just have to include everything, even the things you did wrong. And I kind of, I think I'd mostly encourage just like don't be afraid to like make mistakes and have it messy, because I think a lot of the time college people will prefer kind of just to see everything, absolutely everything. So yeah, that's my portfolio. Thanks for watching.